friend, it's Amy with Renewing Stitches. It is Thursday now, the 4th. The 4th. I recorded on Tuesday and had a lot of coughing, and so I scrapped it, and decided to record this morning. I'm getting over a cold. I think maybe it's allergies, I don't know. I'm just treating it as a cold just in case, but it is a lot of sneezing and itchy and watery eyes and stuff, so it's probably allergies, but I'm treating it as a cold just in case. Anyway, I am getting over that. But it's been 2 months since I've seen you, and I will save all of the life stuff, all the happenings. Everything is fine. I'll save that till the end. I just wanted to say a quick hello, and I'm glad to be here. I have no new starts. I'm just going to get into cross stitch. I have no new starts, no finishes, but I have whips. It's been busy overall, and I've stitched a little bit for the 2 months. I should have more, but I didn't stitch as much. I didn't even watch Flosstube as much. I'm starting back on Flosstube and watching, so that's been lovely. Lovely. I'm so far behind, but it's lovely. So let me show you what I've got so far. I am working on the sowls. I am behind on the sowls. This is Stitchin Mommy's temperature alphabets, and I am in May, so I'm in last month. That's good. Stitching it on a piece of I need to put the needle back behind it. Stitching on a 22 2-count even weave that I dyed, like a quick dip in a blue-green type solution. It's not serged. It's not ironed. It's okay. Here's my progress. It looks blue on the screen. Do you see the green at all? It's more of a like a light green, but it looks blue. That's okay. Anyway, so last time you saw I think I had March done. Yes, and then I did April and started on May. So that's my progress. We're really into the 80s and 90s now. This morning, we had a cool front yesterday, and it's, where did that come from? Oh, probably the flower pot that I had you sitting on. So I'm outside on the back porch, and I needed something to lift y'all up, and so I put you on a flower pot that's empty, but it's got dirt. Anyway, cool front came through and took us from the 90s to like the upper 80s, and so we have clouds this morning, and the lighting's a lot better. I recorded like twice, so the first time I recorded I was outside and it was dark, so I re-recorded both on Tuesdays. I recorded both Tuesday. The first one was dark outside, and then the second one I was coughing terribly, which none of this has anything to do with cross stitch other than it's cooler today. So you'll see June have red or dark orange, and then probably a lighter orange. So I have been using the temperatures from AccuWeather for the month, and I do the high of every month or every day. I also use the temperature ranges from the varied range from Stitchin Mommy's chart temperature typography. So I'm all over the place with this, but I've been using that range since I did that chart, and I like the range, so that's what I'm using. And I want to do temperature turtles, but she has a different range, and I'm wondering if I should just keep this and see. But anyway, April was rather warm. There was a cooler day. I think it was upper 50s was the coolest day, and then this one was probably low 60s, and then we're warm, obviously now. So I'm going to sit this on my lap, I hope. Alright, another one. This is the one I'm currently stitching on. It is, did I bring the other? Oh yes, no I did not. Well, that's okay. Alright, I'm working on the steady thread. This is a year-long sow, and it is truly, well not truly, it is mostly a, what is the word? Words are escaping. Mystery. It is truly a mystery stitch-along. Mystery is not a hard word, but I couldn't bring it to mind. Anyway, this is the website. If you look for it, it's the Steady Thread, and her sow will show that. I am doing, you get to pick if you want all patterns, or leaves and flowers, or leaves and patterns, or flowers and patterns. I'm using flowers and leaves as I'm using that, and this is my border. So it will have all of them around, and then I get to pick one for the middle. And I'm using green DMC 989 and pink 603 on an 18 count Aida. And I haven't done much since you've seen it last, but I'll show you what I've done because this is what I'm going to work on later. That's my new pink thread. Where's my needle? That's interesting. Here's my progress. There's not much. So last time you saw it, I had this one done with the 4 flowers. And looking at it, I really liked it like it was, but with the rest of them, it didn't seem full enough. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the flowers in before starting on the new one. I didn't think I would come back and fill it in. So I'm just going to fill those in. So that's really the only new thing. Oh, and the middle flower there. So 3 flowers since you've seen it. But next time you see it, I hope to be caught up. So that's my progress. I love the colors. I love the ivy border. I think it's ivy. It may not be. Just the leaves border. But anyway, lots of pretty designs to use for other things. And the next, oh, I don't want to lose my pink. The next one, I guess I left my cover sheet in the house because I don't have it. I don't guess I have my other one. Well, rats, I'll have to put that in here shortly. I'll just put it in here. Now the final one I'm going to show you is the one I'm trying for a finish. This is this is what I started 2 years ago with my in-person friends, my friends here, and one I know is finished. The other one, not yet, but I hope to finish it. It's the Heritage Sampler from Plum Street, and I'm using a 40 count Country Mocha Newcastle linen. It's kind of faded, so it's hard to read. So this is the cover of it without the glare. Using 1/2 threads unless it is the called for 1/1, or if it's a white. For white, I'm using 2 threads over 2 because I just want the fullness. Maybe I could use one of these. Okay. Here's my progress. So pretty good. Since last time I had finished this row. Well, not finished because I still haven't done that, but I finished this row. I'll work on that, and then did the words down here 1/1, which not my favorite, but I got on a roll and I just went ahead and knocked it out. There is a flag that goes here that's 1/1, so that's still to come. But this house, I had to frog the base of the columns 3 times, and it was miscounting the whole time. The first column was 3 and the rest of them were 4, and then I pulled it out and did it again, and I didn't do, I skipped too many. In between the first 2, I should have skipped 2 in between the first and second and the third and fourth, but then between the second and third, there's 3 squares skipped. So I just messed that up. So I pulled it out again, and then I put it back and forgot the middle again. So I did the 2 bases, and then I did the door to mark the middle, and then I started, I have the other 2 bases? I do have the other 2 bases in. And then I started filling in white. So, and then the mountains. So, almost done. It's going to go good with the other patriotic ones that I've done. Off the top of my head, I can't think of what they are. One's a Plum Street. One is a, when I get it finished, maybe I'll pull down the, or pull out, because they are not hanging up anywhere. I'll pull out the other American samplers. You know what I mean. Samplers that are patriotic for the U.S. Anyway, my goal is to have this done before July 4th, and then continue working on One Nation from Lila Studio, the big one, and then work on the Teresa Kogut one that I started. So, anyway, that is all that I have stitching wise. It didn't take long. I have not had any new starts for the 26th of every month from April and May. And so when you see me next, which will be the first week in July, which is our anniversary week. I'll have to find out when that is. Anyway, I think it'll be all right. Anyway, I will have a new start for the vintage magazine flip throughs that I've done. I picked out, I did an extra. I did a Flosstube extra about the charts that I was pulling from, or the magazines that I was pulling from, to start a new start on the 26th of every month. And I did not do it in April, and I did not do it in May. But I'm going to get those started. So there's potentially 3 new starts there. And then I have 2 new starts for, at least one, for Charlie, Stitchin with Charlie's Whale Hello There Sal, for her birthday. Happy belated birthday. And then in July, I want to start, I'm going to jump in with Bridget Dawson Stitchery and Lizzie's Purple Cloud. I can't remember. Sweet. I love watching Lizzie. Anyway, they're doing a sal with vintage ornaments. And so I'm going to hop in on that one. Very excited about that. And then, so that's, ooh, did you hear that bird? What was that? I'm going to do 3 new starts for the 26th. 2 for Charlie's. I have 2 new starts, but I'm definitely going to pick one, maybe both, start both. And then with the one with Bridget. So that's 6 possible new starts. And then catch up on all the things. And with Flosstube, that's my goal. So I will come to you again in a month. I think it's going to be a month. Let's see, non-stitchy related real quick. I read Project Hail Mary from Andy Wier, who was written by Andy Wier. It's okay. My youngest wants to read or watch the movie, and I wanted to read the book first. So he's going to watch the movie. He read the book too. It's okay. It's okay. So, now on to life. Things that have happened. Let's see. So, April and May, we had flag football still. I think whenever I came to you last, we had just brought home, or were about to bring home. No. Was it March? And I started in April, so we were about to I filmed in April, okay. We were about to bring home our oldest from his gap year. So we did that. We had flag football with our youngest, who also graduated in May, this past May, graduated high school. So we have two adults. His birthday was also in March. Two adults now, and homeschooling is over, and so is, that stage, and so it doesn't feel like anything's changed, but it has changed. So we did that. We had flag football, piano recital, dance recital. He was doing ballroom, so all of those practices and rehearsals are all done, and the performances are all done. We had two family friends graduate, and well, a lot of friends graduated with our youngest, so that was good. What else? Doctor's appointments, lots of doctor's appointments this last couple of weeks. We are out of graduation season and into doctor appointment season, I guess. I've got two on Friday, which is tomorrow. I've had a few, it's just catch up, nothing big, just catch up from the year. So getting all that done, visiting Daddy, he's doing okay, and gardening, doing outside. Oh, let me show you, I just pulled some onions this morning after I got in, so I'm drying onions. And then I have greens, my microgreens going in my green stock. Out in the garden, I have okra that's blooming. I love okra blooms. I may see if I can get a picture of it. It's just opening. So when it gets really pretty and big, I'll take a picture and put it on the end of next video. I have not posted on Instagram in a long time. I guess I need to do that. That was one of my goals this year, but it kind of fell by the wayside. Let's see, also in the garden, tomatoes and zinnias and some carrots. I don't know that they're going to make. I have one broccoli that made it, but it's just now starting to head up. I don't know if the heat's going to make it bolt or bloom instead of make broccoli. So if it bolts, or bolting is whenever it decides to go to seed, it flowers and it goes to seed rather quickly. If it does that, I'll probably just let it do that and then take the seeds and use them for next year and just plant earlier. I didn't plant really early this time. Let's see what else. Onions. I had a big batch of onions that I pulled last week. They were ready. I planted them in succession planting. Had some planted early, then waited a couple weeks and planted some more. So this is the second batch. So I'm drying those. My garlic didn't make it. It was too wet. The ginger didn't make it. It was too wet. I have a butterfly bush out there that does nothing except attract butterflies. I think that's all. I have one box that needs to be filled. I don't have it full of dirt yet. I'm putting Amazon boxes and wood and limbs and stuff that have come down, and then I'll put dirt on top of it. So that'll break down over time, and I'll just have to add mulch on the top. So what else is out there? I think that's it, other than flowers. Haven't planted any melons. Oh, peppers. There's peppers out there. Haven't planted any melons. In the front, I have, in the front, I have lavender and rosemary, all the herbs. Lavender and rosemary and basil and sage and thyme. I think that's it. I'll add a couple every once in a while. Once they're established, I try to add another. Hopefully they'll make it through the hot summer. And then in my tower, my green tower, here I have lettuces and arugula and cilantro. And over there, I'm trying to keep my strawberries alive until I repot them. And that is all. Gardening, mowing season. So when it's not raining, it's time to mow. And it's good that it's raining this far into June. Last year, it was raining into June as well, and that was very, very nice. So we'll have the pasture baled in July. They usually bale around the 4th. So hopefully it'll be dry enough. I don't mind having the rain, but hopefully it'll be dry enough to bale because I love seeing the hay bales out there. I planted 2 crepe myrtles back in the back and brought a bird bath in. And then once we mow, I'll take you with me. It just rained Tuesday, like we got 1.5 inches, so it's kind of muddy. I've been listening to birds and watching birds to see what we have out here. I have that app. I'm just jabbering now. I have the app Merlin ID. So when I'm out walking or out in the garden, I'll listen. It'll record the sound and tell me what's out there. I know we have mockingbirds and blue jays, and cardinals, but I did not know we had the eastern meadowlark. Eastern meadowlark here. I did not know. We also have let me see. Is it please hold. We have the mourning dove and a crows. Where is it that I can see? I need to get my mourning dove stitch out and work on that because they are so pretty. The bird of the day is the mourning dove. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, you can't see that poor, but so pretty. Let's see. Blue jay, mourning dove, eastern meadowlark. We had house sparrow. Oh, dickcissel, which I guess is coming through because I haven't heard it lately. It must have been flying through going up north because it would come out in the grass and sit on the taller grass blades. And we have a lot of whatever that plant is that butterflies like. So we have a lot of butterflies now. But that'll all get mowed down. What is that plant that they like? But as they migrate up to the north, they'll stop and lay eggs and then continue going. So I guess we bale it in between the migration periods and more comes back. I can't think of the name of that plant, but it has the big blooms. Anyway, big fuzzy blooms. It's not really pretty, but they like it to eat it. Anyway, black-eyed Susans are out there. I've been looking at flowers too, just to see what's out here. We've got wild roses up against the fence line, dewberries, lots of dewberries, also lots of chiggers that are around the dewberries. So that's my life. I'm stitching when I can, usually at night, but lots of full stuff during the day. There's lots of wildlife. I don't know if you hear that. There's lots of wildlife out here. I've heard coyotes, but I haven't seen them. We have what is that bird? We have an armadillo that I'm not happy about. So we'll have to figure that out, find a deterrent. Please hold, I'm going to record. Okay, that loud one was an eastern meadowlark. It also hears a woodpecker, which is in the clump of trees over there. I hear it, but the sound of the woodpecker is pretty fun. Anyway, that is all that I have. I'm just filling in time with what's been going on here. That's it. The plans for the summer. We're going to go, in a couple weeks, we're going to go up to Oklahoma for a few days. My husband has a few doctor appointments to do, and our oldest has decided to enlist in the Air Force, so he is signing paperwork this week for a hopeful ship-off date or start date of September 1st. We'll see. Youngest has not decided what he wants to do yet, but we'll work on that. He's going to do some classes for a little bit, I guess, to see, and then work. So I'm out of homeschooling now, which is sad, but good. I'm starting to work on our Bible study group has been growing, and so they've asked if I would be the associate teaching director, so I'm going to take that on, which is more about being behind the scenes than teaching. I'm just the sub in teaching, so that'll be good. And that'll start next month, so things coming up. Season of change. Anyway, I guess I'll go now. It's good to see you. My battery is also dying. It's good to see you, and I will look to see you again in 1 month. Please let me know how you're doing and what you're stitching on. And I'll see you soon, friends.